welcome back to another video. For those of you who are new, I'm Ravina Singh and I do homemaking videos. And one of the things I'm striving towards is a more sustainable lifestyle. I share with you where I'm able to make an improvement and also where it doesn't work out. And these days, there are quite a few no-waste shops opening up, and they don't use plastic, nor do they give you any form of carrier bags. So it's up to you to bring your own containers and carry bags. Today we are checking out the Hive outlet, so let's get started. Up a flight of stairs and into this pretty rustic store that looks like a store in When the Heart Calls, and I love that show, by the way. There are racks of glass jars that are full of organic oils, seeds, dry fruit, and balms. And these are the collection of oils and also soy sauces, much to my delight. I like these little buckets. They're super adorable and they avoid any spills, which can be quite slippery, I'm sure. And I'm glad to see that they also carry the coconut oil, which I use for Zoe's food. They also have a good variety of lentils and seeds as well. However, since these are organic, they cost a lot more than the regular variety. And there are also a few things here which I would not consider buying because that's going to mess up my household budget. But there are many things that I find reasonably priced, such as these rolled oats. They are RM1.55 per 100 grams, and that I think is super reasonable. But oh my God, these jars are so heavy. And I realize how much easier it has become for me since I changed my pantry to acrylic containers. That's what I mean when I say I'm trying to do my part for the environment. But there are some things I have to forego, like glass jars, because it just doesn't work for me. Every system in your home has to work for you. They also have a fine collection of salts over here. They have the Himalayan salt, French salt, and even Epsom salt. Bath, anyone? French salt is known as fleur de sel, and it literally means flower of the salt. And it's a very crusty salt, and it has actually become a very popular garnish nowadays. And over here, they also have a variety of sugars, and this honeycomb one definitely caught my attention. They also carry a large variety of flour, and I'm going to be honest, I didn't know there were different types of rice flour. I have never even heard of basmati rice flour or red rice flour. Have you? Let me know in the comments below if you have heard of these or if you use these. And this is the household section. We're looking at a few things here, so let's see what we decide to get. This store is vegetarian and uses compostable products, but I don't think it's vegan, as they do have items with honey, which I believe are not considered vegan. The super part about this store is you bring your own jars and bags. I find it completely wasteful to use disposable plastic. I do use plastic and acrylic items, but rarely the single-use type. So back here, first you weigh the container and then you fill it up to suit your needs, and then they weigh it again. That will determine how much you pay. All right, and here we are back home with our haul. I just want to share that these silicone reusable bags that I've shown you before are just fantastic. They still look good and they seal perfectly. And now I can confidently tell you that the bigger one weighs 20 grams and the smaller one is 10 grams. So since this was my first time at this shop, I bought a few things and in small quantities. I bought samples for trying. So I got some of these black lentils. So this is going to cater for about 2 family meals. I did find them rather costly, but I wanted to see if there's a difference in flavor or texture as this is organic. Then I got some flaxseed for Paul. We needed to restock on this, so I picked some up. I also picked up some organic chickpeas. I love chickpeas so much that I even wrote a blog post about chickpeas, the wonder food. And there is also a recipe there for a super yummy hummus as well. I'll leave you the link to that post in the description box below. I also got this candied winter melon, which is what they call tang kueh in Chinese. This is one of my dad's favorite snacks, and I hope he likes it being organic and all. He can be quite particular. Oh yes, I also got this split mung bean, which is so quick to whip up when I'm in a hurry to get out of the kitchen. And then I got these chocolate chip cookies, which are going to substitute for the famous Amos cookies that we haven't had since the beginning of COVID. I did fill some of the bottles that I took along. Remember the traditional soy sauce I was so keen on? Well, I got some of that. And I also got some extra virgin olive oil to give it a try. Then I got this garlic chili paste, which is extra spicy, and I'm sure B is going to appreciate that. I feel that sustainability is much more important when it comes to household and personal items and not so much the food itself. For example, these bamboo brushes I showed you earlier are biodegradable and we can compost them after use. I also want to share a few reusable natural products that might be helpful to you. Now, these are reusable sanitary pads, wash and reuse. I calculated that within 8 months, the cost of these is covered for a 2-year supply of disposable sanitary pads. That is quite a bit of saving because these can last 24 cycles or more. These can also be folded discreetly to sit in your bag, and frankly, once folded, it looks more like a grocery bag to me. These are bamboo cotton buds or Q-tips, which can also be composted. I won't touch them though for hygiene reasons. And these are 200 pieces for just $1. And that works out to cheaper than the dollar store. These are reusable makeup wipes, and you just need to wet them, add some makeup remover, and it does a perfect job. Wash and reuse as often as needed. B has only recently started using these, so I really don't know how long each one will be usable, but I will keep you posted on how I feel about these products on my Instagram. So make sure you follow me on Instagram to get an update on sustainable living. While we're talking about sustainable living, I personally will not buy overly priced organic stuff unless it actually matters. I believe that eating any natural food that does not create processing or excessive waste is considered sustainable. It should also be sustainable for your budget, not just for the environment. To avoid pesticides and yet not have to pay excessive prices, we actually grow some of our own vegetables, especially leafy greens, cucumbers, and tomatoes. I really hope that in these uncertain times, making the right choices is important. So, with your permission, I will continue to share new ideas from time to time. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you at the next one. Until then, this is Ravina saying happy homemaking.